Where the Wild Things Are, a feature-length film adaptation to the classic 1963 children's story, is about a small, bratty 9-year-old boy who gets in a fight with his mother and runs away to a magical island where these giant, beastly-looking creatures are happily living. The conveniently named Max Records plays the character Max, and given the large amounts of screen time where the film hinges on his every emotional and facial expression, he does a fantastic job here. He's only upstaged by the delicate and mood-swinging performance of Sopranos legend Mr. James Gandolfini, who voices the lead wild thing named Carol. In its early scenes, Where the Wild Things Are expertly captures the angst and anger of being a child, and the struggles of bullying, parental punishment, and boredom. When Max arrives at the magical island of imagination, however, the film slows right down and practically starts anew, as the audience is fully aware that none of what we're watching is actually going to have any true consequence on Max's real life. The interplay amongst the wild things is fascinatingly honest, if seemingly contrived and boring at times. Although absolutely nothing is done to advance the plot for the entire middle hour of the film, director Spike Jonze is able to perfectly capture the foolishly optimistic excitement and imagination of a 9-year-old boy. As fresh, original, and as expertly crafted as this movie is, sadly, very little resonated with me, with much of the film playing out like an unusually well-constructed dream sequence. I also found issue with the overtly serious and depressing tones the movie addressed in the final act. Although truthfully not meant to be a children's film up until these scenes, the movie certainly felt like one. The tonal shift wasn't enough to remove me from the film, but I felt as though it hurt the movie's overall impact at transporting the audience to a magical world of a child's imagination. Well, that's what I thought about Where the Wild Things Are. Now let's see what you had to say in the YouTube comments. Zexion72559 wrote, "An inspiring movie based on the book and had an interesting POV, but I think it could have shed some light on the wild things. Overall, I'd score it an 8 out of 10. ABC Gummer wrote, "The characters were created greatly and were very easy to root for, but the plot of the movie is only interesting for so long. It was cute, but at the end I was waiting for it to be over. 6 out of 10. Okay, now let's bring in the Rate-O-Matic to see how Where the Wild Things Are ranked. A good and a cool. There were many little parts of this film that I really enjoyed, but overall when pieced together, it just didn't feel like anything truly special. I had to score it a 6. You guys were only slightly more favorable, many praising the film's incredible adaptation of the original book, scoring it a 7.